Hello, if you're on YouTube, welcome. It's my it feels a bit funny actually. I'm saying hello and welcome, but it's my first time here too as well. It's really lovely to be with the Doncaster Choral Society this evening for the first rehearsal in a little while, isn't it? Margaret, when was your last rehearsal together? Oh, you'll just have to unmute yourself. I think you can do that.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
We had our last concert on the 14th of March. So the last rehearsal would have been the Tuesday before that. So whatever that was.
Quite some time. And your concert was very well timed then to manage to get in just before lockdown. So
it was on the cusp.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Well, it's really lovely to be with you all. So the rehearsal this evening is shorter than your ordinary Tuesday evening rehearsals. I'm sure you know this, but it's probably worth repeating. That we'll just rehearse for an hour. And at 8 o'clock, I'll then, for those people who are on Zoom, I'll leave the chat window open. So if anybody wants to stay and chat, then you're welcome to do that while we're gathered together. If you're watching on YouTube, what you can do is there's a little comments section, so you can kind of live chat, I think it calls it. So as we go along, please do feel free to say anything you'd like on there, and I'll try and keep an eye on it if there's anything that you want me to go over. I don't think there's anything else I need to say at the moment.
Can I just welcome Barbara Bewley? It's absolutely lovely to see you, Barbara. We can't hear you, you're muted, but...
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Let's do unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm very delighted to be here. I mean, here in every sense.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Lovely.
Good.
And I'm very pleased to see you, Matt.
Oh, that's kind. Well, it's been very nice to see all of you this evening. Yeah, a lovely surprise in the last couple of weeks. So that's great. Right, should we get ourselves warmed up and get ready to sing? What I invite you to do, you can choose whether you'd like. Feel free to stand if you'd like, or if not, it's a funny thing singing on a sofa. So I'd just encourage you to find your feet nice and firm in the floor. Think about the back being upright and tall, so that the breath's really going to be well supported as we sing. So a little roll of the shoulders. And of course, singing's this full-bodied experience, so we want our body to be well relaxed and well placed. I'm just going to start by popping our hand on your midriff. I'm just going to say shh, 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 shh. Good. And so as you do that, what I'd like to do is put a little bit of pressure into the hand. So you should feel those muscles working down there. Shh, 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 shh. Good. Excellent. Okay. And we're going to place the other hand here on the chest, kind of underneath where a tie would sit. And I just like to say, So on and again. Good. Okay. Keeping one hand there and then the other hand at the back of the head in your most resonant kind of way. Well, it's distinctly evening now, but nonetheless, we'll say, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good. Okay. Hopefully, as you did that, you may have felt some resonance here in the chest and some resonance in the head too. And with a little bit of luck, you'll have felt the resonance shift. That part of the resonance started in the chest, and then you could feel it more pronounced in the head. Let's just do that one more time and see if you can spot that shift of resonance. Good afternoon. Now you may have noticed, hopefully, that the R was naturally resonating in the chest and the noon was naturally resonating in the head. And I'm going to speak a little bit about these kind of open and closed vowels a little bit, about and where the resonance of our singing sits in the body, because it has a bit of an impact as to how we think about the phrasing and how we sing particular words, or where the weight of particular words needs to be. So there'll be more on that later as we go along. But let's get the voices going a bit. We're just going to start with a very simple, gentle scale, singing. Same thing again. Going to move to an ooh. I think about the ooh-ee. This time we're going to slow down. We're going to be quite naughty singers, really. We're going to enjoy the diphthong as we change from the ooh to the e, and be aware of what the tongue's doing. Ooh-ee, ooh-ee, ooh-ee. It won't sound very pretty, but that's not the aim of the game at this stage. But we're really going to be aware of what the tongue and the mouth is doing as we slowly sing that. Let's try that. Ooh-ee, 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 ooh. You may find that your tongue feels like it's being exercised. That it's got that kind of slight workout feel as you're aware of the shift of the tongue as you do that. With that in mind, let's try it one more time and see if you can be really aware of every little part of the tongue and what's moving to create each vowel. Ooh-ee, 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 ooh. Okay, good. Simon's helpfully sent me over some Maggie's vocal exercises, which I believe you've all been singing every day since lockdown began. Yeah, good. And so I thought we'd dive into one or two of those exercises. Let's try ta-te, 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 ta-te. Ta-te, 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 ta-te. I'll do the version that's written down rather than one I ordinarily do. Let's do that once more. Ta-te, 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 ta-te. Once more. Ta-te, 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 ta-te. Excellent. Can you think about all the vowels being lovely and open? Ta, te, te. A nice open vowel as you go. Once more. And ta, te, ta, te, ta, te, ta. And now we're going to think more about the closed vowel and the open vowel in the moo, ma, moo, ma. It's the same exercise. Moo ma moo ma moo ma moo ma. So that moo closed and round and long, and the ma over the top of the head. 3 and moo ma moo ma moo ma moo ma. Okay, let's do one more exercise and then we ought to get cracking with the Messiah. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. for the basses and altos to continue with. Alleluia, alleluia. One last one for fun. Alleluia, alleluia. Good, I'm sure you made more of a sound down there than I did, basses and altos. Lovely, great. So I'm just going to quickly check in before we carry on and make sure everybody can hear me okay and hear the piano okay. Nothing's distorting or sounding strange as we go.
No, fine.
No,
fine.
The thumbs up, so that's good news. Excellent, right. So my intention this evening is for us to have a look at number 7, and he shall purify. Behold the Lamb, let all the angels of God, and we'll see how we get on. And maybe the Lord gave the word. But I'll keep telling you those as we go along. But we'll start with "And he shall purify," which is page 35 in the Watkins Shaw edition. Just give you a moment to find that. As we go along, we're going to sing. I mentioned to the folks on Zoom that we're going to sing along with a pre-existing recording at various points. Just gives us an opportunity to at least feel like we're singing with others as we go. Now, sopranos. I'm sure we're all relatively familiar with this and in a reasonable place. But I'm just going to break it down and particularly concentrate on all the melisma, all these moments where we've got multiple notes on one syllable, on one vowel shape. So sopranos, you kick us off. And he shall purify. Okay, good. I'm going to make sure everybody's muted. I think, David, so there we go. So sopranos, let's try that once together. And he, one, and. Now, basses, you then, of course, respond here. And he shall purify, and he shall purify. Good, and over the page for you there, basses. For everybody, when we're singing these melisma, I just encourage you to think about them being very light, with lots of energy and lots of bounce, and to avoid any hint of it being a glottal sound. So what I mean by that is, say for the bass example, and he shall purify. So it's light and got lots of energy to it and lots of little pockets of sound, rather than the glottal machine gunning of it. And he shall purify. And everything gets very tense, and there's no way on earth that we'll get through the whole of the Messiah if we're starting to feel that tension in the throat there. Basically, let's just sing. And he, one, and he. Altos, your first moment here. All happy basses so far? Soprano so far? Thumbs up. Excellent. Altos, your first moment is a very brief little moment. But an all-important one. So let's do that once. So one, and he shall purify. Okay. Now we've all sung something so far, bar the tenors. And he shall purify. Should we go again, tenors? Why don't we read it straight away together? And 3 and. Okay, good. Now, Simon, am I doing that a bit fast for where you'd ordinarily be doing it? Simon, I think you're muted. Is that about the right speed or a little on this quick side? Sadly, I can't hear you, Simon. So apologies that I can't hear you. Oh, no luck so far. I have a feeling maybe if you wouldn't mind popping something in the chat bar, and I'll catch that. I have a feeling I'm maybe a little on the quick side. So tenors, let's just do it once more, a little bit steadier. And he shall purify, and he shall purify. Now, so we've all sung, and he shall purify. I'd just like to say, just speak, please, and he shall purify. Can you just say that, please? Now, with a bit of luck, what you will have said is, and he shall purify. Not, and he shall purify. Or he shall purify. Which, if we're not careful, partly due to the way the words are placed here, we can end up singing with exaggerated phi's, which is best avoided, and particularly sopranos in this first entry. So let's all aim to put the weight on the pure rify, for it to fall away there. And what I was speaking about earlier with these chest the vowels that resonate mostly in the chest, the vowels that mostly resonate in the head, is that the ones in the chest tend to be quieter than the vowels that naturally resonate in the head. And purify is one of those examples where pure is naturally resonating in the chest, phi is naturally nice open vowel, naturally resonating in the head. And so we've actually got to work against what our body's doing in order to have the correct weight with the purify. Sopranos, let's just try your entry again. And he shall purify. 1 and 2. Good, great. What we noticed there is, as we're reaching the run section, that by putting the weight on the pure, probably doesn't want to be too exaggerated here, but it's almost like Handel's turned into a jazz musician, that the weight is suddenly going on 2 and 4. So it's quite an interesting little experiment to try. Basses, once more for you, please. And he, 1 and... Tenors, I'm going to carry on with your part here. Altos, I'll come back to you in a moment. Going into figure A, and he, 3 and... Okay, altos, let's just pick up going into bar 13 for you, please. And he shall purify. Thinking about the purify. And 1, 2, 3, and... Okay. Still thinking about the melismatic sections. Sopranos. and he shall purify. So this is going into bar 16, so halfway through 15. Sopranos, let's do it together. 1 and. Now, I'm sure we all spotted that the B natural there, which is so fleeting at the beginning of the bar, but all important and can often be a splashy note. So let's really aim for that to be lovely, bright B natural. Let's just do that once more, sopranos. And he, 1 and. Okay. Tenors, let's have a look at your melismatic moment. So going into bar 18 at the bottom of page 36. 2, 3 and 4. Let's do that one more time for my benefit. And he, 3 and 4. Good. So just that little turn at the end of the run, wanting to catch us out. So bar 19, slowly. Let's sing that together slowly there. Tenors, 3, 4. Good. Now I'm just going to jump ahead a little bit, and again look at the run sections. So I'm going to jump down now to bar 27 for the basses. Shall pure 1, 2 and 3. All happy with that basses? Good. And just continuing, sopranos again, you take over with this idea. This is bar 30, 1 and 2. It's always just the ends of the phrases where we just need to pay particular attention, because you kind of get settled into your pattern, and then of course there's just the inconsistencies in terms of what happens at the end of the phrase. Tenors, with that in mind, let's have a look at figure D for you, please. I might sit up tall for this moment. 1 and. Great. Happy tenors? Good. And sopranos, this is bar 44. And he, 3 and 4. Good there, and so there's the change towards the end of that phrase, kind of breaking the pattern. So very, very slowly, sopranos going straight in halfway through, about towards the end actually, about 46. Let's try the sopranos, 3 and 4 and. Good, now we're going to put that into context, closer to tempo. 2, 3, 4. altos, at which point you carry on with that running idea, going into bar 47. 2, 3. Okay, so there's a lot to read over that section there, particularly on the page turn. Let's slowly, altos, read at bar 48. 1 shall purify, shall purify. And you'll have spotted there that 48, you've got your F sharps written in. 49, there's no accidental, so back to your F natural. And then bar 50, back to the F sharp are those moments. Okay, let's go from shall purify once more, altos. Shall pure and a 1. Shall purify. Good, and then we're on the home straight from that moment. Sopranos, let's just do the page turn. So going into page 40 or bar 48. And he, 3 and 4. Good, and hopefully you've got marked in your copy here. There's just a change where we're putting the S of sons on beat 3 of bar 50, and then restating the previous text, the sons of Levi. So, the sons of Levi. Hopefully you all got that, and if not, it's worth jotting that in. Basses, your last little bit of movement here, top of page 40 going into bar 49. And he shall 3 and 4. Okay, good. Right, so they're all the moments that are particularly just worth pointing out from a technical point of view. Are there any questions at this moment? Anybody want me to go back over anything I've covered so far? Excellent news. Right. In which case, let's try singing this with the recording. So we're going to go right from the very beginning of it. I'm just going to share the screen so that everybody can hear what's on the recording. I'll just quickly find the recording we're going to sing. Okay, so you don't get much in sopranos. So on your toes. Great. Okay, good. Is there anything anybody would like me to go over, and he shall purify? Look at that. Marvellous. Very good news. Excellent. Right, we're going to move on to Behold the Lamb of God, which is page 91, if you're in the same edition as me, number 22. Now, it's worth saying all the way through here, the thing to watch out for is your upbeats of the phrase "behold" are full-length quavers. Behold. And then your dotted rhythms are double-dotted. Behold the Lamb of God. So you get this lovely snap to it. But always ensuring that the long B, and I'm guessing similarly all the way through as the text changes, like that taketh away the sin. Is that right, Simon? Oh, I'm afraid I can't hear you. I'm not quite sure why that. It's not just my end, is it? Can anybody hear Simon? No. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Simon. Okay. Well, we'll live in faith and hope that that is the that's the aim of the game here. So let's have a look at the opening idea, which comes from the altos. If you're going to listen to a recording of this, the recording that's been recommended from Simon is the 1989 copy with recording with Sir Charles McCarris and Janet Baker. And I think that'll stand you in good stead in terms of if you're going to listen to something, that one will stand you in good stead. Let's go steadily then, altos. 1 and 2. I beg your pardon, the F sharp there. Need to put my glasses on. Behold. Once more altos. 1, 2. Behold. So after 2 beats, sopranos, you respond to what the altos have sung. Then it carries on. Okay. Basses, 2 beats after the soprano's entry, you're then in. Behold the Lamb of God. Behold the Lamb of God that taketh away. Now, if you're anything like me, find it tremendously helpful to write in every single time that it's a full crotchet. So it'll take a little bit of writing in, but it's worth doing it because I inevitably forget and read what's written down, and so unless I've written it down, I'll inevitably forget. Tenors going into bar 6, 3 and 4. Two, 3, 4. Good. And we'll discover whether we're going to change the sin, which I would imagine we're going to crotchets there, to quavers there also. There, Simon. Yep, thumbs up. So make sure the of the sin is also good and long. Sopranos, let's take a longer chunk now. So we'll go from the beginning, but we're going to keep going a little bit. 3, 4. 4, 1 and 2. And crotchet, crotchet. Okay, so all those moments we've got our quaver rest. So we sing a crotchet, quaver rest, and then quaver upbeat instead of the semi-quaver beyond that moment. Altos, let's just do the same thing. Just sing this slightly longer phrase. Of course, the great joy of rehearsing on Zoom, which we could never ordinarily do in physical rehearsals, is that actually, while one part's being rehearsed, feel free to sing your part at the same time. It will put no one off. So we can make kind of extra use of our time together. So altos, 1 and 2. 4, 1. Quaver. Okay, and then we'll carry on from that moment shortly. Tenors and basses. Should we read together tenors and basses? So 1 and 2. Quaver. Can you just double check there, Simon? Are you wanting to keep the straight quavers?
No.
Aha, I can hear you. Wonderful.
The double dotted one.
Great, excellent.
Sorry, I've worked out what I've done wrong.
Perfect. Okay, great. Excellent. So we'll do the double dotted tenors and basses. Thanks, Simon. So tenors. The sin of the world. The sin basses. So together. 3 and 4. The. Quaver. Okay, and we'll read on from that moment. Let's just try it that much with the recording, and then I'm going to check in and just double check if anybody wants me to go back over any moments as we go. Let me find where that is. Okay. I'll just share so you can make sure you can hear it okay. Okay. Now, how are you all feeling with... we just kept going there. I just want to double check if anybody wants me to go over anything of what we've just sung through.
I don't need you to go over anything, Matt, but I've got to say thank you. I've got to go and pick someone up, so I'll have to...
No worries. Thanks, John.
Okay, thanks a lot. See you all next week.
Take care.
Bye, John.
Bye.
Simon, your final note about 29. Are you sure to crotchet or leaving as a minim?
I think it's probably a crotchet, a long crotchet.
Sure.
Sorry.
Excellent. Goodo. And I'm sure you've all already got marked in a bar 26, the first beat of bar 26, to take the dot off and put your rest in there, sopranos, altos, and tenors, and take a breath opportunity. Good. Well, let all the angels of God, which is on page 134 in your hymn books. Right, I'm going to mute us once more. I'm just trying to gauge where we're all at. Actually, are we all in a fairly confident place with this? Is it useful for me to go into the same level of depth as I have been doing so far? Is one of the trickier things of delving of doing it online like this. Actually, I can't hear you, so you have to just guide me a little bit as to what's useful for you. Give me a thumbs up if you're feeling pretty confident about let all the angels of God worship him. A good mix. Excellent. Okay.
Can you tell me, I've got a Prout edition and I'm not familiar with what number this is or where it is, please.
Okay, so
Page 124.
124?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent, thank you. Right, let me mute everybody then, and we'll carry on. So the tempo we're kind of aiming towards, just to give you a little blast of it, is around here. Okay, so let's try sopranos first. Simon, are you doing it like the Macaris recording and with that snapped rhythm at the start, or the quaver as written?
Quaver as written, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Let all the angels of God worship him. There's an important moment of arrival here, sopranos, as we sing this opening phrase. 1, 2. Good, I'm sure you're all being the perfect choral singer and already singing a 4-bar phrase, or leaning towards your 4-bar phrase. But at the moment where you could be a naughty choral singer and take a breath, rather than taking the breath, let's just crescendo through there a little bit. I say crescendo, actually, it's more of a warming up of the sounds. We think about a breadth of sound through that moment where we could ordinarily breathe. Angels of God, and it will make the worship really, really ring and sing through there. Sopranos, let's do that, but this time with the altos. 1 and 2. Okay, tenors. Now your worship as you arrive before everybody else. Remember, a W begins, the mouth makes the shape of an oo vowel for the W. Were. So we want to make sure the lips are coming forward for the W to form wah, and then it can spring back from there. 1 and 2. Good, and basses. 1 and 2. Tenors and basses together. 1 and 2. And finally, tutti, soprano, alto, tenor, bass. So 1, 2.
Angels of
Okay, at which point we carry on from there on in with the altos leading us off. Let all the angels of God worship him. Let all the angels of God. Okay. Sopranos. Your glorious top A's here. After 6 months off singing together, I'm sure your top A's are going to be the most wonderful thing in the world. But let's give it a go. 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Basses, let's have a quick look at your next moment, which is bar 7, let, and 1. So how the tenors continue at that point. Tell you what, let's give it a bash, shall we? In fact, just before we give it a bash, just particularly altos, just fast forward, if you would, to bar 32. And just make sure you've got written in your score here, the C sharp on the second beat of bar 32. Going to place the ship there. I'm going to shorten it to a quaver and pop a quaver rest with a breath. And then your A will then restate the whir of worship. And we're going to have a lovely accent on the worship. And throughout all of this, I'd encourage everybody, whenever we have the worship, let's really make the worship have a bit of sizzle about it with the eyes and bringing the lips forward for the into that U shape before the W forms. So let's try this together. Gosh, time's flown by tonight. Nearly 8 o'clock already. So let's try all together from the top. Okay, so that's a nice tempo. The last time I worked on this was with Paul McCreesh and the Royal Northern Symphonia, and Paul takes everything at a wonderful lick. And it's difficult to ever catch your breath at any moment, or indeed keep up. But it's a really, yeah. So it's always lovely hearing all the different vision people have for these. I thought what we'd do to finish with. Well, I meant to share with you earlier. I was reminded when Margaret called about this rehearsal. One of my online choirs at the moment is the National Methodist Choir, and so when Margaret called about working on the Messiah this evening, I was reminded of an old Wesley quote, who was the founder of Methodism, and he was at the premiere of the Messiah, and he's quoted as writing in his journals after going to the premiere, "There were some parts that were affecting, but I doubt it has staying power." It's a fantastic quote, and how wrong could he be? But I think probably the moment where, of course, that was probably quite affecting for him, though he doesn't say, it was no doubt the Hallelujah chorus. And I thought it might be a nice thing to do just to finish off. I'm sorry I've overrun slightly this evening, but I thought it might be nice just to finish off with a bit of a sing through the Hallelujah chorus after having so many months off singing together. If you're in the same edition as I am, it's on page 171. If you're in the Prout, it's on page
158.
Wonderful, thank you. So why not, hey? I mean, feel free to stand or otherwise. Here. Well, let me just mute everybody. Okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. It's been lovely to be with you all, and I hope that's been a useful evening together. And it's been really lovely to work with you. And thank you for having me into your home this evening. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Lovely.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Matt.
Great. So what I'll do, I'll just say bye-bye to everybody who's on YouTube, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. See you next week.
Mm.
And what I'll do, if there's anybody who is keen to stay and have a chat with folks you might have seen for a while, I'll leave the this Zoom window open for anybody who wants to make use of that. But there's no pressure to stay, but it's there if you would like it. Yeah, Margaret, is there anything to be said, Simon? Anything to be said at this point? Or are you all both happy?
I think it's been really enjoyable. Thank you so very much.
I think it's tremendous, and I was bemused when Liz put, "Thank goodness we're muted."
My top A's were lacking.
Oh, stop showing off that you could get near your top A. I thought I'd dropped to bass. Never mind, I've missed alto and tenor out.
No, it'll all be fine on the night.
Yes,
Thank you all very much.
Encouragement.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
it was really good.
Very good.
Well worth
There'll be
continuing.
neighbours all over Doncaster thinking, "Oh goodness, that sounds wonderful."
Christmas already.
Yeah.
You've got double glazing and windows closed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to say cheerio, but I'll leave this.
Matt, thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.
Yeah, it was
Bye.
good. Worth doing, wasn't it?
It
Yes.
was, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I don't know about you, I was dreadful when we first started, and he started on those high notes. I thought,
Yes, absolutely.
oh,
Oh, yeah, I was sounded like cats, really. I sounded dreadful. No focus, no anything.
oh gosh,
Well,
I
you
had
did.
to
I struggled
grovel.
a bit with having the prout because there are no bar
Sorry?
numbers. I struggled a bit with having the prout. There are no
Oh,
bar
yeah, no
numbers.
bar numbers, no.
No.
There are, but they're very small. There are bar numbers every
10. Every 10. Oh, goodness.
Yes, they're under the
Well, I think-
accompaniment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Well, they are on some actually, Phil. They're not on.
Oh, yeah, they are. Well,
I've written
there's
mine
some,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, Pat's done the same. She's
No,
written.
There
I
are
haven't.
some, but they're a bit
I
difficult
haven't
to
got
see.
any.
No,
I
I
found-
haven't, Mary, in my prout, but
No, only at the bottom of the pages on mine.
No.
Some of them anyway, not every book.
I mean-
No. Seems like
Mary,
anyway.
I missed the conducting. I couldn't see Matt.
My
Ah,
I missed the conductor, and when we were singing,
that's nice to know. I mean,
Yeah.
nice
I
to
couldn't
know you missed it.
if we had the whole,
do you know what,
it would
Phil?
yeah.
What a shame Simon's not here to hear you say you missed the conducting.
Yeah. No, he's not conducting, but it's in one of the little tiny nacelles.
If you go into the view screen and you choose speaker view, I think you'll get Matt up as a big picture and then the rest of us as little pictures, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Only-
I could
Oh,
only
there,
get
yes, yes.
on my screen,
Say again.
and I got Margaret and Kay.
Yeah. Have
Myself
you,
and
at the
Ruth
top of the
Chisholm.
screen, have you got an icon that says view?
Yeah.
Click on that and you click on speaker view.
Like
You
you
can
are
only see-
now.
Yeah, because I'm
You are now,
speaking.
Barbara.
Yeah. It'll be the person who's speaking. So that might be Matt if he's talking or
That's a
conducting.
very
That
good
might not.
idea.
I don't know.
Oh, I've got that.
Now's the time to play about and see.
Yeah.
Well done, Julie, for sticking with it.
Thank you.
I didn't see you before, Julie.
I didn't do much singing, Helen. I've only just joined right at the end, but I made it eventually.
Oh, I admired your stickability.
Yeah.
Well, I was sight singing a lot of that because I'm not certainly the last one. I've never sung that at all ever.
Which you mean Let All the Angels?
Yes, yes, never done that before.
It's one of 2 or 3 that was almost always omitted. But
right.
we've always had certainly since Roger, we've had a tradition of singing it from cover to cover, as he would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's good to, I don't know, it's good to have an opportunity to do the parts because you think you're singing it correctly. And I bet we've all heard at least one note tonight that, oh, yeah, I didn't sing that.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so it's useful.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, it is.
Nice to see you, Barbara. How are you feeling?
Well, I've been extremely tired today. I don't know quite why.
The excitement of tonight.
Still have a go tonight. I don't know why. One day it seems to be not too bad, and the next day I was whacked by 10:30 this morning when I'd done a few jobs.
Good. Well, you must have done too many jobs.
I only did little jobs, just little jobs.
Right.
But anyway, I've got the rehab team coming on Friday who will advise me better or what I'm supposed to be doing or not doing. Nobody said I needn't sing.
No.
It's very good for you singing.
I've not got the same breathing perhaps at the moment. I don't think I did very well tonight, but I've still enjoyed it.
I don't think you were alone. I'll hold my hand up and say I didn't.
I couldn't read this tonight.
I couldn't reach the tenor notes, never mind then.
No.
Bye, everybody.
No.
Bye.
Bye.
Now, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Never mind. We'll get back into it.
Yeah.
So same time, same place next week, is it?
Well, originally Simon said alternate weeks, but that was a few weeks ago and we didn't get started. So I'll consult with him and obviously with Matt to see where we are.
Yeah.
I feel it would be helpful for me if I knew what we're going to do.
I'm going to I'm sending out the choruses that we're particularly going to concentrate on. But then maybe if Matt let me know in advance for next week or whenever, I can let you have the specific.
Well, I could have a look. Yes, I mean, I'm afraid I wrongly supposed it would be part 1 because it's coming up to Christmas. And I looked at all the choruses from part 1 because I've never sung alto before. But apart from the first 2 that we did, I was sight reading the rest of the time without any bar numbers. It was a bit, I managed.
Exciting.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Challenging mouth job.
You need a bit of excitement, Mary.
Oh, yes.
The other thing is, when we sing this, it's more likely to be Easter. So there will be different ones. Although, actually, no, I'm wrong. I'm almost certain we want to do a cover-to-cover one because it's in memory of Roger, whose centenary it is next year. Birth.
Like before, I've switched the pictures off, but the talking's still going on.
Sorry?
Matt, Becky, they finished the rehearsal.
I think Barbara's talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh.
Switched herself off.
Right.
Hey?
Yeah, she's talking to Brian probably.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you know. I'll send you out the choruses we're particularly going to concentrate on and some notes Simon's made for the crowd vis-a-vis Hinshaw.
Brilliant. Thanks,
So
Mark.
I'll do that.
Okay, then. Good night, everyone. Nice to see you.
Good night. I'm going to leave you as well.
Thank you, Mark.
Pleasure.
Lovely to see you all.
It's really been worth it. Yeah, great.
Fabulous.
We'll have, fortunately, we rest our voices tomorrow.
Be on the table, Brian. the lamp that's on the table, that wouldn't come on, so have we got that unplugged?
Hope she doesn't say anything incriminating.
Yes, quite.
Over
Well,
there.
now you thought it incriminating. I just thought scandalous.
Well, that'd be more exciting.
Well, perhaps Joe's unplugged that.
Very good. Meg, couldn't your other people make it?
No.
Oh. Will they join us next time?
Simon's been there, Brian.
Possibly.
Not
Just
been conducting it.
short notice, really.
He's asked his
and they've got
advice.
other things.
Let's see if they've gone now.
Barbara, we're still here and we can hear you.
Every word.
They're still there talking.
We are.
Barbara, we can hear you, even when you're not talking to us.
I've lost my picture, but I can hear everything.
Anyway, it's still been useful, but
Press the red leave button.
Angela, how have you managed?
Me, did you say?
How did you manage tonight?
Not bad. First time I've sung in, well, nearly 12 months.
Yeah.
But we always think we know Messiah, don't we? Till we come to do it and then think, oh, we're not so good.
No, it's true. It's true.
I should practice before next week.
Yeah. You learn wrong notes, don't you? And then just repeat them.
That's right. It's like driving.
Yeah. Betty Farrow, if she wants to join us.
Sorry?
I asked Betty Farrow if she wants to join us.
Well, you can. I mean, originally it wasn't actually meant to be, you know, an invite to all sort of thing. It was just, I asked if, because we're singers, the three in the choir, because we're singers who aren't in choral, suggested they might join us. But no, I'm going to say things have moved on, because Meg had asked if some people could join, and then she's gone actually. Pam, another lady, she asked. So we don't know where we'll be this time next year, come the spring, with voices or all the rest of it. So yeah.
Matt's been doing a rehearsal since the end of March on a Tuesday morning with the daylight singers.
Who has?
And that's like Matt.
Yes, I know, yeah.
So
yeah.
he does, and it's Cantley and Sprotbrough people. And
Yeah.
we've had Tuesday morning rehearsals since the first week in April.
Yeah.
And he's taken us through all of that, you know. And so we had the first few weeks of getting to know Zoom, you know. And then a few of the people that are in Daylight Singers, when they heard Matt announce it today that he was going to see some of us later on, you know, that a few others thought, oh, I would love to be able to do that, you know, like Pam and Joy Hudson, who actually had Tai Chi and said, you know, she does Tai Chi online on a Tuesday, so she wasn't able to join us. But yeah, he's wonderful, Matt. He's just been, he's kept me sane, I have to say, and Sue as well. Sue Wells has done 2 harmonics rehearsals on Zoom every week since lockdown, you know. And without it, quite frankly, I think I would have been a lot worse than I am at the moment.
Yes, Angela.
Yes.
Can you hear Angela?
Yes.
Yes. I was saying about Betty Farrow. I know she's singing, and
she wants to do it.
Well, I'm just saying to Margaret, would it be all right to ask her?
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. I spoke with Simon earlier this evening, and he was quite happy. So
right,
that's fine.
I'll send her the link then, Jean.
Pardon?
I'll send her the link.
Yes. Okay then.
Good to see you, Jean.
And all, you know, when I send information out, if you can send it on, I don't think I've got Betty's email address, and I certainly haven't got your people's, Meg.
Yeah.
So I've got Pam, the one who did join tonight. I've got hers because she emailed me. So I've got hers.
If Betty says yes, I'll let you have her details. Is that okay?
Yeah. She'll need to provide her own copy, obviously, because, you know, we're not giving out copies. The only one without one tonight was Kimberly, and she said she'd wing it. So she can have my prout. She lives in Bulby though, doesn't she?
From memory, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll see to it and make sure
Thanks,
she's got a copy for next week.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking at all these chats. I haven't done chat. How does that work?
Hover your cursor at the bottom of your screen and the little
I
toolbar.
put it on chat, and then on the right hand side, I've got everybody's comments.
If you go to the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, type message here.
Message here.
Yeah.
It's different on iPad though. It's not the same on iPad.
All right. I'm on a laptop, so.
Right. Because when we do church services, obviously we don't chat. And when I go to meetings, when you do a meeting, well, I haven't chatted. Maybe other people do. I haven't. Good. That's